Hello, welcome to day 6 of the Writing Your Novel in a Month challenge. Yesterday, we got to know our main antagonist using the same questions that we used when we were developing our protagonist. As we learned yesterday, the antagonist is not necessarily just the bad guy. An antagonist can be any human being, terrain, weather, and again, anything that challenges the protagonist. However, there is a main antagonist whose journey in the story often mirrors the protagonist. Today, we're digging even deeper into that and that antagonist, so that this person seems more real. Okay, your antagonist. Today, we're going to talk about your antagonist's history. You know what caused him to become who he was. Um, This helps create this character more in depth and offers some of the reasons why this character is the way that he or she is. You'll discover what makes him tick, and that's what you're looking for. Um, Add this information to the section of before your story starts or before chapter 1, and also put it in the character Bible under your main antagonist information so that you have it and so that you know what's what. Not all this information is going to make it into the book, and that's fine. You want to know what his or her parents were like, what, how he was brought up, what culture he grew up in, what were his values, what are some of the stories that happened to him before this story starts. Remember the I remember when, and have your character tell you what happened. Um, what are his strengths? What caused his strengths? What caused his weaknesses? Again, avoid making your antagonist totally evil for evil's sake. A completely evil character rarely rings true for readers. Show their motives, show his motives through actions and decisions rather than simply telling the reader who they are. If you can, connect their internal struggles with the central conflict of your story so that the plot unfolds. The antagonist transformation feels more earned and natural. Um, you want to build upon these throughout the month and and well into the editing process, which is another topic altogether. Um, Layer these small details throughout your narrative. Readers are most invested in characters who like to feel that the characters are living, breathing individuals capable of surprising even themselves. Again, don't settle for caricatures. You know, the best antagonists are not evil for evil's sake. That's where why this history is so important. Um, your antagonist motivations are understandable, even sympathetic, and their actions stem from internal logic. Let them have moments of vulnerability, humor, and conviction. Their strengths should challenge your protagonist, while their flaws reveal them as deeply human. Showcase his agency through decisive actions. Allow his decisions and fears to drive the plot, and not just block the hero's progress. Layer subtle mannerisms and daily habits into what he does. As you develop your antagonist, remember that the tension between him and the protagonist is the engine of your story. It's the main plot. Their collision will expose both their strengths and weaknesses, pulling each towards transformation. If you can transform your antagonist as well as your protagonist, you've developed an interesting person. I mean, you develop an interesting story that people can relate to. Not everybody's totally good, and not everybody's totally evil. With this nuance, Your narratives gain complexity, authenticity, and emotional depth. So, what are the main reasons that cause your two characters to clash? Write it out and add it to the story. Now that you have today's writing assignment, let's go to work. Until tomorrow. Bye.